Christy, between property insurance rates and construction material costs going up and labor costs, it is expensive to be a homeowner in Louisiana.
And many homeowners went to the Home and Garden Show of New Orleans looking for some answers on this. Olivia Vidal has much more on their biggest issues.
Hey, Lucy and Kelsey, good morning. That's right. Vendors at this weekend's New Orleans Home and Garden Show say the cost for construction materials is rising. Those insurance premiums are rising here in Southeast Louisiana. But there are ways that homeowners and customers can save money. And that's the message they were trying to give to these people who attended this weekend's show, is that there are options to kind of lower some of that cost if you are building a home or looking to do some construction on your property. So some property inspectors, they offer ways homeowners can look to save with wind inspections, mitigation investments, incentives, and grants that can bring down insurance prices. Some contractors are sourcing vendors for Louisiana's Fortified Roof Program, and savings they can pass on to the customers. Now, the state's Fortified Roof Program pays roofers $10,000 directly for meeting fortified standards. Tax incentives offer $10,000 off state income taxes over 3 years for specific wind mitigation upgrades.
With homeowners insurance going up so high and with the storm situation, people can't afford to, they're not budgeted for $10,000 a year homeowners insurance. So they're doing everything they can to try to keep it affordable.
If you don't get the grant, but you have the money to change the roof yourself, the state will give you a $10,000 credit over 3 years.
So there are specific regulations to follow to qualify. The advice from the experts here: get that homework in place before the Fortified Roof Grant applications reopen this summer. Now, even lawmakers are looking at potential solutions to rising insurance premiums. There is a bill that is going to be looked at during this legislative session that looks at requiring fortified rooftops. Of course, that bill, though, has not been brought up for discussion. We'll keep on top of this and bring you the very latest. But for now, reporting in New Orleans, this is Olivia Vidal for Fox 8 Local First. Back to you.